who are watching this video, most welcome. Today I am going to talk very shortly on the adverse effect of chemotherapy and radiotherapy. As we know, the cancer patient invariably go through chemotherapy and or radiotherapy, and there are some common adverse effects that occur very commonly both in chemotherapy and radiotherapy. So over the next few minutes, we are going to talk on the adverse effect of chemotherapy and radiotherapy. The adverse effect related to hair, oral mucosa, esophagus, then lung, breast tissue, heart, upper GI tract, kidney, small bowel, and both bowel, small and large, skin, bone marrow. On this topic, now I am going to talk on the adverse effect related to chemotherapy from head to toe, loss of hair follicle, that is alopecia, most common adverse effect both in chemotherapy and radiotherapy. At first I am going to talk adverse effect of chemotherapy and the oral mucosa, mucositis, and patient come to us with painful oral ulcer as well as painful deglutition due to esophagitis, and this is called odynophagia. Chemotherapy, some drug that may cause lung fibrosis. I have another video related to a specific adverse effect of chemotherapy. The link of that video will be given in the description box. The heart, some drug may cause cardiac arrhythmia and sometimes heart failure. So the chemotherapy, before giving a chemotherapy, patient should be with proper evaluation clinically. Now the upper GI tract related adverse effect such as anorexia, nausea and vomiting, these are also very common adverse effect related to chemotherapy. Some chemotherapeutic agent may cause renal impairment. Okay, small bowel related adverse effect are mainly in radiotherapy, not in chemotherapy, but the chemotherapeutic agent as a whole causes some bowel disturbance like mucositis that clinically present colicky abdominal pain frequently and diarrhea, usually watery diarrhea and sometimes bloody diarrhea. Skin manifestation in chemotherapeutic present usually erythema, red patch, and invariably the chemotherapeutic agent causes bone marrow suppression with neutropenia, anemia and thrombocytopenia due to profound bone marrow suppression. As we know, the chemotherapeutic agent most likely work on the act on the proliferating cell like bone marrow, gut and skin. So most adverse effect occurs in those organ having high cellular proliferation. So bone marrow suppression is very common adverse effect. However, there are some nervous system related chemotherapeutic toxicity like neuropathy, both sensory neuropathy and motor neuropathy, and some therapeutic agent may cause sensory deafness, that is nervous deafness. Okay, now I'm going to talk on the radiotherapy related adverse effect, alopecia like chemotherapy, and here also oral painful oral ulcer due to mucositis and xerostomia, that is dry eye. Sorry, xerostomia means dry oral cavity, oral mucosa. Then the esophagitis, inflammation of the esophageal mucosa and structure of esophagus. The patient may present with difficulty in deglutition. Okay, dysphagia. Now the radiotherapy may cause fibrosis of lung parenchyma and sometimes cough, dry cough, clinically very important. Sometimes the patient not responding to even broad spectrum antibiotic as because the radiotherapy itself may cause cough. that is due to irritation of the bronchial mucosa. And breast tissue will be highly sensitive to radiotherapy, and there is high increased risk of breast cancer due to damage of radiotherapy, ionizing radiation induced damage of DNA. And there is also a high risk of ischemic heart disease in patient with radiotherapy. Okay, now radiotherapy may complicate the renal impairment. Radiotherapy actually complicate the small bowel, as because the small bowel itself a highly proliferative organ, and small bowel manifestation in patient with radiotherapy are anorexia, nausea, vomiting. Then it may appear as diarrhea, watery diarrhea actually, fibrosis and proliferation. Fibrosis, fibrotic band may cause intestinal obstruction, and sometimes patient may present to us with proliferation. So cancer patient with history of taking radiotherapy or with under radiotherapy may present to us with acute abdomen due to fibrotic band with bowel obstruction or even perforation. So you have to think very closely, carefully when a patient with this background come to us with acute abdomen. Next, the skin manifestation, erythema, just like chemotherapy, reddish patch with discoloration, that is the reddish patch with scaling, and due to discoloration, repeated discoloration, the thinning of skin. So erythema, discoloration and skin thinning. And just like chemotherapy, there is a widespread bone marrow depression or bone marrow suppression that present to us with neutropenia, clinically evidenced by repeated infection, disseminated infection like tuberculosis, atypical organism, infection by atypical organism, and anemia, of course. And this anemia is evidenced by fatigue, very profound weakness, and thrombocytopenia evidenced by bleeding manifestation. And to counter the neutropenia actually due to chemotherapy or radiotherapy, the modern chemotherapy regimen include GCSF, that is granulocyte clonal stimulating factor GCF. These increase the proliferation rate. And on the other hand, the anemia, chemotherapy and radiotherapy induced anorexia, nausea, vomiting are countered by dexamethasone and 5-HT, that is 5-hydroxytryptamine or serotonin antagonist, most importantly ondansetron. By dexamethasone and ondansetron, we can counter the chemotherapy or radiotherapy induced anorexia, nausea and vomiting. Okay. Both in chemotherapy and radiotherapy, there is premature gonadal failure that leads to infertility or subinfertility, both in male and female. And in case of female, it may also cause a transient amenorrhea. Okay. And the last but not the least, very important point, in radiotherapy patient, there is high chance of malignancy in any organ. Any organ are susceptible to develop a malignancy, as because there is a radiation induced damage of the normal cell. And most importantly, in children, there is a certain degree of growth retardation, most commonly in radiotherapy patient. So as a whole, I've tried my best to talk on the adverse effect of chemotherapy and radiotherapy separately. So thank you for your watching. Hope this video will help you. If you think this video is helpful for you, you may subscribe this channel. So thanks again for your watching.